Good afternoon, Charles.
Hey man, how's it going?
Not bad. Just saying, I gotta cut it short this week. I got an appointment at 11 because I'm a moron and scheduled an appointment for that time.
Yeah, I always have stuff like that. If it's not work, it's a client. If it's not a client, it's family.
Yeah. Good morning, Skylar. Okay. Morning, Dan. Good afternoon, Charles. Sound works. We're all set. Sweet. All right. Welcome to SEO This Week, episode number 73. As I was saying in the pre-show there, cutting it short this week. I had an appointment at 11 and no idea why I scheduled it at 11. And I'm working on 4 hours of sleep. So it's going to be pretty much useless anyway. So with that, I don't have anything to ramble on about. So I do have some questions in the sheet. Good morning, Vinay. And so we'll hit those, give you guys a couple seconds, minutes to think of questions if you have them. And then we'll call it. Let me fix a stupid view every time. Right. There you go. Maybe. And I'll share this with you guys so you can see it. Boom. Cool. All right, this question is from Michael. Thanks for the opportunity to ask a question. I was wondering if you can answer a no doubt basic question for most. I'm trying to get a handle on this SEO world, at least at a basic level. I think my question concerns technical on page SEO. I've heard many times a lot of experienced SEOs mention ranking page for one keyword. Almost However, in almost the next breath, they mention they need to add LSI. They can share a screen, then they share a screen showing sites like Koala Writer suggesting these additional LSI keywords. Can you explain what exactly is meant by ranking for one keyword, but then showing how adding these LSI keywords isn't underdoing the effort for one keyword? Um, the I can do it in one word, and it's called semantics. And so the long version is if you're trying to rank for one keyword, and we'll just say you're trying to rank for SEO world, for example, and generally it is a topic that is associated with other terms. Google, LinkedIn, well, Google, Bing, Yahoo, Ahrefs, SEMrush, Majestic, et cetera, et cetera. Those are all entities. And Petabyte has kind of pointed it out, and I've been using it ever since, is entities, which tools like Koala and Surfer and Phrase pull out are essentially LSI keywords. This what they are. That is not to be confused with latent semantic indexing, because I know I just said a whole bunch of people in the cringe world like, oh, he believes in LSI. Ah. Yeah, LSI keywords and latent semantic indexing are two different concepts, and have two different definitions. But I digress. So you also have a set of words that are generalist, not necessarily entities that also are associated with the topic. And you can play with those if you're using a tool like Infinitus. I'll show you that. You come into something like Infinitus, and then you can actually play with the let's do link building just for argument. And then hit the live ideation, and then I leave it on the general settings. And now you can see where it's starting to build this graph of things that are going on, and then ChatGPT is building some more so you can expand on it and click on save the graph. And now you see the LSI graph has gotten bigger. So all these words are associating with each other. And then as you keep going more and more into that, you can build this up and build the graph a lot better. Now, let's pretend that this was an article. In the case of an article, you would actually use these different elements to expand on your graph. So you're optimizing for, in our case, we picked link building, but you're going to mention site and authority and SEO and professionals and relationships and digital links and web networks, etc. in this article. So while you're optimized for link building, you're also addressing all this other stuff. The benefit really for you is one, you just have a better piece of content for your readers. And then two, you have a better piece of content for SEO. You're kind of compounding on your investment. And while you're optimizing for one thing, Google is also going to, and Bing and Yahoo as well, are also going to rank you for associated keywords, the long tail keywords that come along with this what is it? How am I gonna say it? I forget how I'm gonna say it. Or this network of words and relationships. How's that? And so that at the end of the day, what you're talking about, what you're addressing is semantics. And SEOs, we kind of took it as, oh, we want to optimize for entities. We're going to optimize for LSI. We're going to do TF, IDF. But at the end of the day, we're just creating a unique piece of content that addresses the full topic. And then when you get into things like keyword density, which would be a great conversation for you to run around to these experts and ask them if keyword density matters. When you get into that, that's how Google differentiates who has the best information. Is not only the keyword density, but also unproven, but perhaps the entity density. The entity density has to be proven at this point. But I think it's fair to say if you look at a TF-IDF tool and you optimize for TF-IDF, and if you're thinking that a lot of those TF-IDF terms are entities, and then you increase the amount and relationship that's in your content, your entity density would go higher. So in theory, entity density can also be a play. So hopefully that answered your question. Let's see, enterprise SEO. We are losing impressions in organic search on one of our main branded keywords. After auditing for 3 weeks, we have discovered there are 45 paid advertisers poaching our branded keyword. Google AdWords has 5 paid advertisers. We believe our organic impressions are dropping to 2 to 3 paid advertisers sitting on top of our organic ads in major cities around the world. I recommend we upbid our search engine marketing campaigns and rewrite our copy on our paid ads to take these poachers and up our organic impressions. Good idea. I think the organic search is what you rank page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have the ad area. So let me go. Supreme Court on homeless camps. This is a good topic for today, right? So, in it's a bad one for the view. Well, not really. You have, let's pretend that this is the ad block. Well, or a lot of times what people are dealing with information searches these days is there's an ad block on top of this news stories thing, on top of this social media widget thingy on top of this videos thing. And then number one is way down here. So your organic impressions, all of these pages got an impression because I did the search. They're going to get credit for the impression, not necessarily the click. And so their CTR is going to be low because top stories is here, Twitter's here, videos are here. By that time, probably have gotten the answer you're looking for in your search. Let's go products. Uh, products, you have all of these ads. Then you have all of these ads. Then you have this carousel, which is driven ironically by the same thing that these ads are, is that merchant feed. So they're using your merchant feed and then they're pulling it through. But you notice Bed Bath Body Works, Amazon, one local business. Well, there's two. Well, no, one local business in there and then a whole bunch of those Fortune 500s. People also ask, and then you finally get to number one. These guys got an impression. They didn't get a CTR because they didn't get pushed up. So to get more to the point of your question is if you want to, let's do, you are meaningful mantras, for example, and you have a whole bunch of ads up here and you want to get into this, you're going to turn on your feed and you're going to go after your ads. The downside is if someone does a search like this, they're already looking for your website. And so unless your website is here, they're going to click on it. And in the likelihood here, they're probably going to go for this Amazon listing, which is their Amazon store, versus their website. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they're looking specifically for their website. They're going to go for it. So the CTR in organic is going to be higher, and you're still going to get impressions. If you're going this route and you're competing against all these and you want to get above all this featured snippet stuff, then yeah, you're gonna have to pay for ads and you're gonna have to pay for higher ads and get higher clicks. But don't confuse because you can have an ad down here, say 1, 2, 3. You're gonna get an impression for that, not a click, and you're also gonna get an impression in your organic for that, not a click. While the number ones are getting clicks. So don't confuse impressions with clicks in the vernacular. Hopefully that was helpful. What the hell am I doing? There you go. All right. And then this last one's from Alex. Last week you mentioned you were going to start some cold outreach. You're going to be offering your process for a fee. The process of starting a very targeted campaign. And would like to compare and learn on how you're doing it. Offering the process for a fee in a way, because I'm going to be giving that out to the SEO Intel members. I'll show them what I'm doing and my results from that. If you want a little bit of insight into where it's going, I've already paid the people that are going to set up my own personal thing for me. They're going to do it on Azure and a couple other services and some data stuff come in, and roughly, I think it works out to like $300 a month for everything. I think it's all the tools and all that. So I got that, and they're going to get started on setting all of that up. Shouldn't take very long at all. And then I already have access to the data, so I'm building the email lists. Really, the learning curve is the copy and the gig that I bought. They're writing a 7 email campaign. I think he said 5 or 7 emails as part of a campaign for me, just to get me off on the go. And I also have autoresponder madness. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that course, but you tell stories in the course of writing your emails out. And you can do that with autoresponders, or you can do that in cold emails too. So something very good to address. All right, so let me go to here. All right, Ran. Can you share your recommendation about Wikipedia? And you say in the past you have some reference in what you recommend. I don't know what you're asking, like in reference to it. Like, should you use it for outbound linking? Like, put it on your content for sources? I think it's overplayed in that regard. Should you get links to it from it? If you can, I would recommend going ahead and do it. You can get some good links from that. Nathan, have you seen Corey offering the TA course again? I have not. It doesn't surprise me in the least bit. Again, I got a couple good ideas out of it, but at the end of the day, I like to give my money to good people, and so I won't be giving my money to Corey. Um, he's got a good, nice, loyal following, and other influencers still build him up. So good luck to him. Are you recommending PBN hosting service? There was an issue with that website service. I got a couple issues with it, but at the end of the day, it was when you get too big for your britches, you kind of forget customer service. And there was a issue with a lot of the websites that had HT errors on there. So if you're going to use them, you need to make sure the HT is addressed properly in all the redux. WW versus non-WW, backslash versus not backslash, HTTPS versus not the HTTPS. A lot of those instances on the sites we had in there those were all working. So we had to definitely, you got to keep an eye on that service. Also, FTP access is non-existent. So unless you're going to put WordPress sites on there, if you want to do HTML sites on there, it's a pain in the ass. But it is still, it's still a good service for the money is what you get for it. Any thoughts on Witcher Lab, simple link tool, good for cloud sites? Christoph, I bought access when you first launched it with Roman Barnes. Roman Barnes, as I understand, is the developer. And so I didn't use it to post directly to the cloud sites. However, I did use it to make pages and stuff. And one of the instances where I was doing the testing on some of it, it seemed just fine. I want to do some more testing now that it's out in the wild and live to do that. Vinay, you reviewed Brock's course a while back and said it needed some work. Did you get a chance to check out the latest updates and you still recommending this course? He's got a new course. So he had the first course that I reviewed. I liked it and it needed some work. It was really audio stuff. It wasn't content wise. It was just like he would talk and then turn his head away from the microphone and then get it really loud and it just got annoying. And then came out with a second course. Second course is dope. I like that a lot. Now he has a third one coming out. And what I like about Brock's course pace is obviously they bought a conference and they're running a business and they don't need to be doing courses, but he still is, and he's actually providing new information as he goes, and he's doing it smart. He's releasing a new course sets versus updating the old one. If you always update the old one, what happens is there's no money in it for you, and then you lose interest. Because people are buying, and they're just expecting you to update the new one and give them your new information for the money that you charge them for the old information. So I like that he's actually creating new instances of the courses. And that's keeping him engaged and it's keeping new information out. And so looking forward to see what he comes out with. I mean, honestly, I like Mike Merlino and I like his concepts on CTR and stuff. But if I was going to follow somebody, and do what they're doing in maps, it'd probably be Brock. Just because he's not as reliant on CTR as Mike is, at least from the outsider perspective. Obviously, those two are business partners. They could both be doing everything or both be doing nothing. I don't know. But um, from the data that's presented, I just resonate with Brock's course more than I resonated with CTR. Would you link directly to your money site with Witcher Labs? Yeah, I don't know. He didn't. I don't think they showed what you guys were doing or what is actually going on. Let me see if I can show you. Uh, yeah, I'm not really working on much with these clients anymore anyway, so it's not gonna hurt anything. And some of the tests that I did, roofing, and drug stuff. And essentially what you do is create a project, and then you come over here and you go, um, I like Charles. Just call it Charles Fox Nation. I'll just grab a random URL from Fox Nation. They don't need a link, but what the hell? No, I don't want that. Let's do Fox News. Um, let's do Fox News at night. And this is, I'm just purely screwing with this. It may not even work. News at night. And I'll do that again. And then just one output just to get it. I mean, you can add some advanced stuff in here if you want to. You can add your schema in the head. You can do it with spin tax if you want to. I don't know why you would. And then same with the body. You can add different stuff to the body. But and then let's see. Not uploading to the cloud. One page. Blah blah blah. I think we're good. All right, so I'm going to save the project. It's going to build it. I don't know why I did two. Maybe I clicked two. And then it's going to create this page. That page looks like, well, that doesn't look like anything. Maybe that one's bad. Hold on. Let's find. I think this one worked the other day. Yeah. And the page is going to look like this. This is a previous client reject. All right. So it's an overlay. This is the target URL, right? It's overlay. The magic is if you go back in here and look at the source of the page, you can see that it starts getting a little more wonky. This one's redirecting. Oh, come on. It's because I pushed that button. And then let's get a meta refresh in there on this particular project. All right, so we got to wait for Fox News to come on so I can show you the stupid thing. But basically, what happens is it creates an overlay of your page on these HTML documents. Why is it? Not all of these should be doing that. I don't know what happened. That roofing company changed their URL structure. That's why those aren't working anymore. All right. Anyway, so it creates a HTML page, and the HTML has a essentially an iframe overlaying this source code, and the source code looks like um, gobbledygook. I guess it's the best definition for it. Um, and it's not bad. It's not. Um, that's not what I opened up. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. I can show you that. Just trying to make sure you guys have a picture. Um, let's see. So in here, in the source code, they have paragraphs and stuff that you can't see. They're all essentially overlaid by the iframe. And they have the kind of keyword stuff in the classes, in the description, etc. And then they have headings that are keyword stuff, blah blah blah. So it's based off. So what this is actually doing is going, how do I rank for Fox News Nation? And then making this overlay here with all those keywords, and then creating the iframe of the page over the top of that. It's hopefully I described that easily for you. Um, and 0 plus 0 equals 0. So you're going to make these pages and you're going to upload them to your clouds, and then your clouds don't have any backlinks. Your subdirectories subdirectories and subdomains on the cloud services don't have any backlinks. Typically, they don't have any indexing, etc. So are you gonna be able to just push out 100 of these and then rank magically? No, it ain't gonna work that way. But these do make a good tier one or a tier two backlink. Tier two would actually be pretty cool. So if you get like a PBN network, or you get into something like SEO Nitro, you can get your links from Nitro and then create one of these projects for each of those Nitro pages to increase indexing, increase the power of the Nitro page, and then thus increases the power of your tier one. You can do the same with all your guest posts, etc., and boost your guest posts up. Or your parasite SEO would probably work really good on parasite stuff to help boost up the rankings in that regard. So hopefully that answered that question. Can Witcher Labs do other languages? I don't know. I really don't. I've never tried it. Let's see. I don't see any more questions. Sweet. 30 minutes. Short and sweet. Got an appointment. Again, like I said, I got a phone call. Like I'm more off. I said I scheduled an appointment for 11. And so I'm going to be out of here early to get to that on time. But with that, hopefully, got some good information, some good questions this week. Really. Maybe I'll make a video about Infonautics, just kind of put those pieces together a little bit better for Michael. And then the cold email outreach. I'll keep you guys updated on how that's going. I'm going to be partnering that cold email and direct mail together in one niche, and then one niche is just going to be straight cold email. Um, we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys updated on that. And Jeffrey, let us know. Come back and let us know how you're dealing with your PPC campaign stuff. Cool. As and then I will leave. Let me do the ask a question to shorten URL. Copy. I'll put the URL to the form if you're watching the recording in the description, and you can ask questions for next week. And with that, everyone, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate you all spending time with me.